In the African wild, size means nothing. The rules that govern every other creature, speed, strength, mass, do not apply here, because this animal hunts what others run from. Most animals would die here, but this one wakes up and finishes its meal. The honey badger, Mellivora capensis. Found across sub-Saharan Africa, the Middle East, and the Indian subcontinent, it has survived in some of the harshest environments on Earth for millions of years. And in all that time, it has never developed one thing most animals depend on to survive: fear. It weighs less than 12 kilograms, roughly the size of a small dog. It stands no taller than your knee. And yet, the Guinness World Records has officially named it the most fearless animal on Earth. Not the strongest, not the fastest, the most fearless. That distinction matters. That reputation is built on biology. Its skin is thick, nearly 6 millimeters of dense, rubbery hide. Arrows, spears, and even porcupine quills struggle to penetrate it. Beekeepers in Africa have reported that standard protective equipment offers less resistance than the honey badger's natural skin. But the most remarkable feature isn't the thickness, it's the looseness. The skin sits away from the body, almost like wearing a coat 2 sizes too large. When caught, it simply turns around inside its own body and attacks. What grabbed it suddenly finds itself being bitten from an angle that should have been impossible. It walks into a living swarm of bees, not because it has to, because there is honey inside. Tens of thousands of stings land on its body. It does not flinch, it does not retreat. The stings mean nothing to it. It eats, takes what it came for, and leaves when it is ready. Most animals calculate risk. The honey badger does not. It has never learned to be afraid, and in the wild, that turns out to be a superpower. Fear is what makes prey act like prey. The honey badger removed that variable entirely. So when a lion approaches, 5 times its size, with the weight and weapons to end the encounter instantly, the honey badger does something no animal is supposed to do. It charges. And more often than not, the lion backs away. Dominance is not always physical. Sometimes it's simply refusing to acknowledge that the other animal outranks you. A cheetah, one of the fastest, most agile predators on the continent, will abandon a fresh kill rather than contest it with a honey badger. Not because the cheetah couldn't win, but because the honey badger will not stop. And the cheetah knows it. It hunts underground. It hunts in trees. It hunts in water. It has been documented digging through concrete-hard earth to reach prey buried meters below the surface, using claws designed with the same mechanical advantage as a pickaxe. There is no terrain it considers off-limits, no prey it considers too dangerous, no situation it considers hopeless. It does not bluff, it commits. A cobra's venom is neurotoxic. It travels through the bloodstream within seconds of a bite, binding to receptors in the nervous system and blocking the signals that control muscle movement. In most animals, a full dose causes paralysis within minutes, respiratory failure shortly after. In humans, an untreated cobra bite can be fatal within an hour. Within minutes of the bite, the honey badger goes limp. Its body stops moving, its breathing slows. The venom shuts down its nervous system. To any observer, it appears dead. For hours, it appears dead. What's happening inside is something scientists still don't fully understand. The honey badger's body processes cobra venom differently from almost every other mammal, likely through a combination of specialized proteins and a mutated acetylcholine receptor that reduces the venom's binding effectiveness. Its cells, in some way researchers are still studying, refuse to accept the signal that should shut them down. It is not immune. The venom still enters. It still affects the body. It simply survives what should be unsurvivable. And then, it wakes up. Slowly at first, a leg moves. The head lifts. It shakes itself, the way a dog shakes off water. looks around, finds the cobra. But the honey badger isn't finished. It woke up, found its attacker, and had it for dinner. Its bite force relative to body size ranks among the most powerful of any mammal. It can crack through tortoise shells that have resisted far larger predators. It chews through the bones of its prey entirely. Nothing is left behind. Steel wire used in poaching traps has been found bent and broken by honey badgers working to free themselves. Not to escape, to get to whatever was on the other side. Its pain tolerance operates on a different scale entirely. In documented field observations, honey badgers have continued hunting, continued eating, while simultaneously being attacked by other animals. Being stung, being bitten, being clawed. It processes pain. It simply does not stop because of it. The skin doesn't just resist penetration. It's loose enough to turn within, giving it an almost supernatural ability to retaliate when grabbed. There is almost no hold that works on it. Every grip becomes a mistake. But beyond the physical, there is something behavioral at work that no biology fully explains. It is not aggression in the way we typically understand aggression, reactive, defensive, triggered by threat. This is something closer to absolute indifference to consequence. The honey badger does not assess the odds before committing, it simply commits. In the wild, dominance isn't about size, it's about refusal to quit. And no animal on Earth has refined that refusal further than this one. It has been documented chasing lions off kills, fighting off leopards twice its size, walking through fire ant colonies, raiding the dens of venomous snakes, not once, but repeatedly, as a chosen hunting strategy. Every animal in the savannah has learned to give it space, not out of confusion, out of experience. In a world ruled by strength, one small predator rewrote the rules, not by being the biggest, not by being the fastest, but by being the one thing no predator, no venom, no claw, no weight of numbers, knows how to fight. Something that refuses to stop. The honey badger doesn't survive this world despite what it is. It thrives because of it.